One of the major parts of an information exchange is defining the exchange use case that will use the exchange payload for distributing information payload. The repository provides a composition function for building these use cases as projects. Exchange metadata is added to the use case through the selection of metadata objects. Finally, for generation of runtime artifacts, schemas, or standards documentation formats, an XML vocabulary is assigned to the use case project. We're going to start the project composition using an existing project called User Example. All objects require a business name and description. Additional information about the schedule and disclosure are included for the project objects. We're going to open the composition using the project wizard to show how metadata objects are associated with the project. The project composer includes a step-by-step wizard feature that allows the user to assign different types of groupings of metadata to the use case project. The first set of metadata is the general information that was assigned when the project was created. Changes can be made at this point to reflect a specific use case without changing the project itself. Next, contacts related to the documentation and use case project can be added. The objects include contact information about organizations and persons who have played a role in the development of the exchange use case, as well as the product used for the exchange. In Step 4, we identify the provider and consumer of the exchanged information. These objects include contact information about organizations and persons who manage and control the information exchange. The exchange payload, which is a previously composed product composition, is identified for the exchange payload. Additional metadata about support documentation can also be identified to be included in the artifact package for the use case. In Step 5 of the project wizard, artifact package identifiers and information is added or modified as needed. At any point during the assignment of metadata, the user can review their progress. If required information was not completed, messages are displayed indicating which selections are not ready for artifact generation. At this point, we'll leave the wizard to see how the metadata and the product for the exchange use case have been incorporated into the project composition. If we review the upper part of the composition, now we see that the metadata objects have been populated into the project composition from the wizard. The person query and response can be viewed in its entirety, and changes to the content and business rules can be made now for this specific use case. For example, the system that will provide the response does not include freckle shape information. The item can be removed for this use case. We'll also remove true name, since the names in the source system for this use case are only reported names, logged in the system's incident reports. Now we're ready to generate the artifact package for the use case. The user has a number of options for artifact generation. The first object is the type of artifact package set. ExchangeBuilder supports the NIEM IEPD package or folder set, as well as the JRA Service Specification Package or SSP type. In this example, the IEPD option is selected. The next option is the XML vocabulary that will be used to generate the schema content. Currently, ExchangeBuilder supports the NIEM 2.1 standard, but other standards can be added as additional options. Finally, the option for schema style is selected. The tool can support the LEXS digest format, a hierarchical format, and the PDSG entity format that is based on the LEXS digest, but also includes additional entity types and allows the user-created entities. If needed, additional format styles can be added as options. For this example, we'll use the PDSG format. The user now executes the generation of the artifact set as specified by the options and the content of the project composition.